Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking through my top 5 Holy Grail cleansers of the moment. I've seen so many requests from you guys to do Holy Grails by category, so that's what we're going to start off doing here today. I thought we should just start off with cleanser, the first step in our morning skincare routine, and then we can move along to other categories if you guys want me to do more after this video. So that's all I think I need to say for this intro. Without further ado, let's start to talk about my current favorite cleansers. Okay, so let's start to talk about each product, and I thought it would be fun to start off with my least favorite out of all of them, even though it still is a favorite in my collection, and then we can work our way up to my very first favorite, my number one Holy Grail. So in 5th place, we have the Cerave Renewing SA Cleanser. This is their salicylic acid cleanser. They say it's for normal skin. It gently cleanses and exfoliates while softening and smoothing the skin. It's non-comedogenic, non-drying, non-irritating, and has ceramides and salicylic acid. Okay, so I have the ingredients pulled up for each of these cleansers. I will quickly read through them. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything by just trying to memorize, and then we'll talk about when and how I use this. So the ingredients that really stand out to me in this cleanser are glycerin, which is a great hydrator, niacinamide, you guys know I love that ingredient. Great for helping to control excessive oil production. It helps to calm and soothe the skin. It's great for texture, many other benefits. This actually has gluconolactone, which is a PHA or polyhydroxy acid. So in the acid realm of things, the major acid categories, that sounded weird, but sure, that's what I meant, are alpha hydroxy acids or AHAs, beta hydroxy acids or BHAs, which is salicylic acid, and then PHAs like gluconolactone. And PHAs out of all of the acids are supposed to be the most gentle and most mild, so safest for sensitive skin types. So I was really excited to see that that was present here. I actually don't know that I realized that until more recently, and it is towards the top of the label, actually in a higher concentration than the salicylic acid. So that combined with the salicylic acid can definitely just help to further exfoliate the skin. Obviously, the salicylic acid is a standout ingredient, as well as ceramides, which are in all CeraVe products. Ceramides help to restore and replenish the skin, and then this also has hyaluronic acid and cholesterol. Hyaluronic acid is a hydrator, and cholesterol is a natural moisturizing factor that will help to soften and smooth. Oh my gosh. So many standout ingredients. This really is such a great cleanser, but the reason that I am talking about it in last place is because I actually use this cleanser the least out of all of them, or the least often on a weekly basis. So because this has salicylic acid in it, it's something that can definitely be a little bit irritating. The good thing about this is that, again, we are rinsing it off the skin. So if you're looking to get the benefits of salicylic acid, but you find that in leave-on products or maybe masks that you leave on the skin for 10 to 20 minutes, it's too irritating for you, you may have less irritation in using something like this. Unfortunately, CeraVe does not publicly disclose the concentration of salicylic acid in this, so I can't directly comment on that, but my assumption is that it's not very high, otherwise they would disclose it. I don't know. But regardless, I am definitely one of those people that experiences irritation if I use salicylic acid too often. So how I have been using this is around 3 times a week. I find that my skin can generally tolerate that, and I will actually leave it on in the shower so that my skin has an increased time to be exposed to that salicylic acid. If you were to just apply this and immediately rinse it off the skin, sure, it's a great cleanser, but you're really not going to see a major difference in your skin in doing that. So it's best to leave it on the skin for a few minutes. I don't know how long I leave it on the skin now that I think about it, maybe up to 5 minutes. You could leave it on longer if you wanted to, but I find that that's what works best for me. So I actually get my skin wet before I get in the shower and put this on, and then I'll jump in the shower because I take really hot showers, hotter than I should, and I don't want that water on my face. Any kind of extreme temperature on the skin is not ideal for the face and can trigger irritation. I just use warm water on my face, then put this on and leave it on for around 5 minutes, and then I will rinse it off. I would highly recommend this if you have clogged pores, blackheads, maskne, at least a couple times a week. I think it's an awesome way to just get some increased salicylic acid and gluconolactone exposure to your skin, but in a gentler way. And the formulation of this is really nice as well. It's just very gel-like. It's not super lightweight. It is kind of a little bit thicker, but I like the feeling of it. Highly recommend. Okay, in 4th place, we have the Roche Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. This one says it's for normal to dry skin. It will gently cleanse while retaining essential moisture. It's safe for sensitive skin. It's soap-free, sulfate-free, fragrance-free, has ceramide-3 and niacinamide in it. And I know that I just recently talked about this in a comparison review. Well, actually, I don't know if that's going to be up yet now that I think about it. If it is, I will link it below, but I have a comparison review coming up or already up between this cleanser and the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser because they are definitely similar. But this is one that I found myself gravitating towards as my skin has been very irritated because it just really agrees with my skin and I really enjoy the formulation of it. The ingredient highlights here are glycerin, ceramide NP, niacinamide, and panthenol. So we just talked about the first three ingredients with that CeraVe cleanser, but panthenol is a hydrator that helps to protect the skin. So all of those ingredients are awesome if you have dry, irritated, and or sensitive skin. I realized in that comparison review, I completely forgot to bring up one other ingredient, and it's the Roche Posay's prebiotic thermal water. So I apologize that I forgot to mention that. PubMed did publish an article on that ingredient in 2013 saying that it definitely has anti-inflammatory and anti-irritant potential, but that more progress needs to be made on research for that ingredient. So seems really promising. Again, great for all of those skin types that we just mentioned. So this is a cleanser that I have really been loving and relying on heavily as my skin has been extremely irritated over the past few months. So that is why it is in this Holy Grail video. Is this something that I would use all the time if I didn't have irritation? Probably not, just because it is a creamier, milkier consistency, and I have other cleansers that I find leave my skin feeling maybe, I don't want to say cleaner, but kind of. They cleanse my skin more effectively and also kind of help to control my oils that overproduce throughout the day. So this is not something that helps in that department, but in the department of sensitivity and irritation, it's been a huge help for me. So definitely worth looking into. In third place is a cleanser that is actually the one that I most recently started using out of all of these, but it immediately jumped into my holy grails because it's so good. I was not expecting to be as obsessed with this as I am, and I cannot get enough of it. It's the Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Low pH Gentle Cleanser. So this one says it's a gentle but hard-working jelly cleanser that cleanses the skin and dissolves water-soluble makeup while being respectful to the skin barrier. I disagree about the makeup removal piece, but everything else, yes, spot on. So the ingredient label here really has a focus on hydration with a couple ingredients that also help to calm and soothe the skin. So there's actually a few different kinds of sugar molecules, which are great hydrators for the skin, like xylitol glucoside and hydroxyxylitol and just xylitol. And then this has propanediol, panthenol, and allantoin. So awesome ingredients to have in a cleanser. And aside from that, this is just so basic, but in such a good way. Okay, let me explain. So I think the thing that feels basic about this to me is that it's just kind of unassuming when I'm blending it into the skin and once I rinse it off, which I love because it just doesn't feel disruptive. And there's so many cleansers that leave my skin feeling a little bit irritated, a little bit stripped. That does not happen at all with this. Oh my gosh. And the formulation, you guys know, I love gel-like products, and this, I mean, jelly is the best way to describe it. There are certain gel-like formulations that can just be kind of thick and really concentrated. This is so lightweight. Oh my gosh. I love this so much, you guys. I did just recently review this in my Geek and Gorgeous brand review, so I will link that below as well. I have a video reviewing every single one of these products now at this point, so any video where I review these products will be linked below if you want more information, of course. But one of my top favorites from Geek and Gorgeous, just, it's gorgeous. I love it so much, and I just love how basic it is, but still with really nice ingredients. In second place is the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. This one says it's for normal to oily skin, that it cleanses and removes oil without disrupting the protective skin barrier. Ingredient highlights here are glycerin, niacinamide, ceramides, cholesterol, and hyaluronic acid. The reason that this is getting second place for me is because I feel like this is one of the cleansers that I've been able to rely on for the longest. So it's just been such a staple in my skincare collection for a long time, and I think is so awesome if you have normal to oily skin. A lot of times cleansers that are marketed for oily skin types tend to have cleansing agents that are stripping and harsh and drying. Not the case here. The cleansing agents are gentle but effective, but there are still great ingredients in here to help with oil control, as well as just the formulation being a gel versus something that's really thick and milky and creamy. So this is one that is denser. That's what I was just talking about. So even though it's gel-like, it's not the lightest weight cleanser I've ever tried. Cleanser, I feel like I said that's so weird. But in saying that, I think that that kind of thicker consistency allows for a really, really nice, effective cleanse. So awesome if you have normal to oily skin, probably not for you if you have dry skin. And one that honestly I haven't been reaching for a ton in the past couple months just because my skin's been so irritated and just, it's been testing me. But prior to that, oh my gosh, one that I used almost every single day. Time for first place, my number one Holy Grail cleanser. I feel like a lot of you guys could guess this. This is actually one of the reasons I waited a while to post this video, because I feel like I had been talking about this product so much that it was overkill, but it's just that good and it deserves first place for me for sure. It's the Vanicream Gentle Facial Cleanser. I love this. So ingredient highlights here, really just one, and it's glycerin. So something that is in every single one of these other cleansers. And aside from that, there's really nothing else in here that's going to benefit your skin in a major way. But at the same time, it's free of basically everything else that may cause irritation. So Vanicream is absolutely by far my number one top recommendation as a, oh, this just tore on my pants. Don't rip my pants. It is my number one recommendation for sensitive, irritated skin. So if you're somebody that just really has a hard time finding skincare products that agree with your skin and don't cause burning or stinging, check out Vanicream. This is the only brand that I can use when I have extreme irritation going on, which unfortunately happened way more than I would have liked it to over the summer, because that's when I started to test out my new acne prescription, which I actually got from Curology. I'll link that below. I'm plugging so many videos here today, but I promise they all are in reference to what I'm talking about. But just the combination of active ingredients that was prescribed to me was not for my skin. My skin could not tolerate it. I have never, ever in my life experienced that level of irritation before. I've always just had sensitive skin, but nothing like that. I felt like my skin was falling off more times than one. And the only thing I could put on my face when that was happening was Vanicream. Their cleanser and their moisturizers, nothing else. Literally everything made my skin burn. I didn't have this quite yet at that time, so I would be curious to see if this agreed with my skin just as well in those moments, but hopefully that won't be happening again, because that was brutal. But oh my gosh, thank God for Vanicream. I don't know what I would have done otherwise. Everything else just hurt and made it worse. So if any of those things are applicable to you, or you just have sensitive skin in general and are looking for something that's basic yet effective, Vanicream's gonna be the brand for you. So formulation of this, I feel like I can't directly compare it to any of these cleansers because it's quite a bit different. I mean, these are all pretty different from each other. It's kind of in between. So if we have Cerave as a really gel-like lathery cleanser and La Roche Posay as a milky hydrating cleanser, it's kind of in the middle, but it's also neither of these. It's just a little bit runnier and liquidier, and I don't know. Runnier and liquidier than Cerave, but not as milky as La Roche Posay. Does that make sense? The one thing about this one is that if you have incredibly dry, flaky skin, there's really nothing in this that's going to be intensely moisturizing or nourishing if you need something like that. So what I do after I use this and I have extreme irritation going on is always apply a moisturizer to help to protect my skin and prevent transepidermal water loss and just allow it to heal. So this is not something in and of itself that has healing properties to it, aside from, again, the fact that it's just free from a lot of those irritating ingredients that can prevent your skin from healing like it needs to. So I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, I have seen so many comments from you guys that love this as well. Maybe except for those of you that are incredibly dry and just prefer something more moisturizing, but I know so many of you have come to love this as much as I do, and this may be the most basic, boring package ever, but I don't care. I love it so much. So that is everything for this video. Those are my current top 5 Holy Grail cleansers. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Please, please let me know what your current Holy Grail cleansers are. You don't have to have 5. I feel like I should say this now. I'm including 5 because obviously the nature of YouTube and me posting product reviews is testing out products for you guys and researching ingredients. So of course, I'm going to have far more product than the average consumer, and you absolutely do not need 5 cleansers. You don't even need more than 1. If you wanted to have a couple, maybe something like the SA cleanser, which is more targeted, and then just an everyday basic cleanser, that could be a great option, but it's not necessary. So please don't think I'm trying to say you need 5 cleansers. I've just tested out so much product at this point that I want to share what I love with you guys and hopefully give you guys a nice variety to pick and choose from depending on your skin type and preferences. So let me know your holy grails in the comments below. I definitely am going to have to test them out. Maybe I could do testing my viewers' holy grail products, if you guys are interested in that. Other than that, if there's anything else that you guys would like to see, don't forget to leave that request in the comments as well. I would love to do that for you. And if you guys did enjoy this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. All of those things mean so much to me and really help me out. All right, you guys, my next video will be up in a few days, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.